The Strawberry Alarm Clock on FM 104.
Howard, man.
Good, how are you? Niall Horan, good to see you.
Thanks for having me, boys.
And we thought we'd start off, we have a jingle for you. I don't know if you're aware of this on the show, whenever, because you're in the paper all the time.
Okay.
So every time a story comes up, whether you're buying a house or doing a tour or releasing an album, we have...
Or going to the toilet.
Yeah, so the jingle is, the lyrics of it are, here comes Niall Horan, here comes Niall Horan. What is he doing? Let's hope it's not boring. So I'm going to play it for you.
Okay, lovely.
If I play it for you, because it's never boring with you.
Okay, go on.
Can you give me some news at the end of the jingle? So just it could be something
Fake
random
news.
that you did today. It doesn't have to be fake news. It could be something that's interesting that nobody else might know. It doesn't have to be too personal, but whatever you want.
Hold on, give me a second now. I need to think of something good.
As the jingle finishes, there's one of your fans from was it Dublin Airport. As you were getting into a car and you drove away, she went, "Love you, Niall," and it was on the news. So we put her in the jingle too. So, are you ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Here comes Niall Horan.
Here he comes.
Here comes Niall Horan.
What is he doing? Let's hope it's not boring.
Love you, Niall.
Haven't had breakfast yet. And I just got a mug off FM104. Someone just handed me a smoothie.
That's 3 bits of news. That's brilliant.
Listen, news.
That's great.
Fairly boring, but
Well, we could do that randomly throughout the interview if you
I
want.
couldn't think of anything else.
A bit more news.
Played a
That's
gig
good.
last night in the Olympia.
That's a bigger news, yes.
That's bigger news.
that's
I was
bigger
at
news.
He was
that
there.
gig.
Oh,
It was
yes.
very good. Well done.
Thank you.
I can't believe I've never been to a gig where fans during the performances and speaking, you could hear a pin drop.
It was, I couldn't believe it either. I've been used to gigs where it's been,
That's not the norm, is it?
not for me anyway. I have been to gigs with the kind of artist I would go to watch. It's like that. It's quiet and nice and reserved, and you can hear every word that comes out of their mouth, which is really great. And it was like that last night. And fingers crossed it stays like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's quite a nice, kind of respectful thing, I guess.
In between the screams.
Yeah, in between the screams,
Yeah.
it's nice to hear a little bit of silence.
Why do they scream, Niall? What does that mean? What are they trying to tell you with that?
No, I don't really know. What does
What does it mean? Because they all do it
Must
everywhere
be some
around the
language
world.
that they have
Yeah,
made
it's
up
a
or
language.
something.
Yeah.
The only two girls I saw at that gig last night who weren't screaming were your mum and I think your nan.
My mother was just videoing everything.
Yeah. Who did she show? Is that like, did she show that to her friends?
I don't really know. Just so
You know
she can
Irish
watch it when
mammies-
she goes home. Yeah, Irish mammies.
When they're proud of their sons, they tell whoever's listening what their son does.
Yeah.
They'd assume they know what you do.
Yeah.
So does that still happen? She go, you know, he's in a band. And
No, I
he's a singer."
don't think she does that. But they, like my granny was telling me the other day. They were over in London with me, and she was telling me how she went up to the shop up to Centra the other day, and these two girls bumped into her now.
Right.
And they met her on the street, and they said that they were going up to Northern Ireland for the golf tournament that Niall's going to be at.
Right.
And that's the story.
Right.
It's good.
Do you want to play
Here
it?
comes Niall Horan.
But that's the kind of stuff that Irish
What
mammies
is
tell
he
you.
doing? Let's hope it's not boring.
Love you, Niall.
I'm so glad that
That
girl...
love you. Do you know do you know anything about her?
It was on the news or something like that, right? And she said, "Love you, Niall," but it was real sort of, as your car drove away, you never heard it, but now it's finally, you get to hear it, which is nice. And she listens to the show.
Right.
And she texts in from time to time, going, "That's me." We have her on our screen. So it's just a beautiful
jeez.
circle that she's getting to, you get to hear her say it now.
There you go. Love you, Niall. Love you, Niall.
Another thing that I suppose, a little bit surprised last night. How many guitar changes did you have? Do you know off the top of your head? Some of them were absolutely. The red one, the electric that you
Yeah.
brought out, that was.
Gibson 335,
Beautiful.
1961. A lot of people don't care about this stuff, so I'm glad you're asking me. Yeah, I changed kind of, I swap in and out depending on where we are in the set, but I played 3 guitars on the stage. Yeah.
So you in guitar shops, every city you go to, having a little snoop around.
Yeah, but I end up not buying anything. I always go in and just have a look around with the band and just end up not buying a thing, but yeah, bits and pieces here and there, yeah.
We had a couple of questions from, a lot of questions from tweets from fans. One that's top of my head was Chinese or pizza.
Chinese.
Which song were you most nervous about performing last night to the crowd?
Flicker, the title track of the album. It's quite an intimate song. That was where there wasn't a word being spoken.
Yeah.
So it was, you're under pressure to sing it well, and obviously they don't know it either. So yeah, that one. Probably.
And you still get nervous, even though the crowd love you already. It's just because it's the new material and
Yeah, new material. A home gig is always a tough one. Just you want to do well in your home country, and then the first show of a tour is always just like really nerve-wracking because it's the first time you've done it outside of a rehearsal room.
Yeah.
So all that combined, the nerves about just going on stage in general. It was for the first couple of songs. It was I was bricking it like.
It reminds me, Robbie Williams played the Olympia,
Mm.
his first gig in Dublin after Take That.
Right.
So, you know. That's,
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, so they're kind of.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Similar-
Actually. I seen him
similar vibe,
picture
yeah.
backstage, but I didn't realise that's when it was. Yeah.
Yeah, and he did some heavy metal covers and stuff like that. Again, he was trying to show people, hey, I can
Yeah,
do all this
okay.
as well, you know.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, maybe next time I'll bring out some heavy
Yeah, you
stuff.
should. Yeah.
This is obviously hypothetically speaking, but if you were arrested for whatever reason,
Yeah.
and you had to phone one of the lads from the band,
Yeah.
who would it be for
Who
bail?
would come and get me? I think Louis would come and get me,
Okay.
or from One Direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Louis would come and get me. Yeah, 100%. The others be. No, the boys would be busy. I reckon Louis would come and get me. Yeah.
Would it take him long?
Well, he'd have to get from England anyway if I was arrested here. But yeah, I probably would take him age. He'd probably send me an Uber actually, with cash in an envelope.
What about the lads from home? I mean, you seem very down to earth kind of guy. So when you're with your old buddies,
Yeah.
how do they react to all this this mad thing that's happened to you?
It's just I don't know. We don't really talk about each other's jobs. We just kind of it just slots back into
Slots-
to place like
mates again.
yeah, like it never stopped. Really, yeah.
Wow.
It's mad, really.
No, I'm sure this is quite a maybe normal for you, but when I said to a girl in work that we were doing this today, she was at your gig last night, and she actually said, "Can you give?" So she was in the
A girl in
Herald
work?
today because she was talking to you last night after the party. Her name
How are
was
you,
Sinead,
Sinead?
and her phone number. Now I wrote the Niall High Club on it because I thought that's
That's it would be a great name for.
Fair. Like,
if you have a private jet, you could call it the Niall High Club.
fair enough. That's
There you go. You can do whatever you want.
Fair play to you
She's
for
moving to London soon, so you don't have much time.
Okay, well, fair enough. Fair play to you for
For passing that on.
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
fair, that's
Does
good
that
of you.
kind of normal stuff?
I've seen it before, like yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the
I
first
thought you
time
might.
I've seen it. Yeah, well, yeah, fair enough. Like, have it now.
Yeah.
And presentation is everything.
Yeah, it was like I love the dirty envelope and
Yeah, yeah.
and the picture stuck to the envelope. And
No, but that's real. That's real. She really wants you to ring.
So please do.
Please do.
What's the plan in terms of gigs? Like the thing that kept coming up over and over. People were saying, "Why is he doing such a small venue? And when do you think he's going to announce 3 arenas? He's going to announce bigger shows?"
Yeah, well, the idea of this was to let the fans hear. I call it the sessions for a reason. I wanted to play like an intimate show. I wanted to play the album to the fans before it was released. Because I love playing live music. I love the idea of live music and people being able to come, and I kind of like the idea of being able to come to a gig and not know the songs, but still be interested in what you're watching.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah, so I'm doing one in Dublin tomorrow night. I'm in London. A couple of days later, I'm in Stockholm. Then I'm going to Sydney. A couple of days later, then I'm going to Tokyo, LA, New York, Rio, Mexico City, all in the next kind of 4 or 5 weeks. And then I half tour the States, 10 or 15 shows in November, and then next year I'll be pulling some dates together. I think that's kind of all coming together at the minute, confirming venues and stuff. And then hopefully I would like to take it up to the next level, and try and probably try and play the Tree or whatever. I'll probably have changed its name by the time I come back.
Probably do 4.
Yeah, 4 network.
It keeps going up every 4
Yeah.
years.
So it'd be great to come back and to play that arena on my own. Would be a joke. Like I played it with the lads like multiple times, but you see like when Gavin James sells it out, or when I don't know if the boys have done a picture of this or anything like that. It's a big deal.
They're going to do it soon.
doing
Yeah.
two,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Too.
Well, it's a great thing for Irish musicians.
Yeah.
To be able to play to 9, 10, 11,000 people or whatever it is. So it's
Yeah.
it'd be nice to do.
Irish people and people around the world have kind of watched you grow up, really. Is there, I'm sure there's many, but is there a pinch yourself moment that you look back?
I always say Croker, like playing Croke Park was a joke. Like I was literally like insane. I was standing there in the sound check. It was lashing rain. I was just like, this is just ridiculous. Because it's the biggest stadium. First of all, it's the biggest stadium you can do.
Yeah.
Apart from probably playing somewhere in the flat, like.
Yeah.
But as far as the stadium tour, it's the biggest stadium you can do because it's 85,000 just in the Horseshoe. And you don't have to when you play a stadium, you lose all that back behind the goals.
Yeah.
Where there's a stand, you have to put a stage in there, so you lose all them seats behind.
Yeah, of course.
So there'd be like Wembley, for instance, becomes 70,000 or whatever, so it drops down. But it's playing Croker and the whole weekend of it, playing 3 nights there, 250,000 people. It was just mind blowing.
Yeah.
So you nearly
Someone told me that they were changing the date of the first Holy Communion or something. That's what I was there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't to get the cake.
I know.
It's like that is out of this world. But yeah, it was just Croker's probably the biggest moment.
Okay, well, listen, it's been great to meet you.
Cheers, man.
Best
Thanks
luck with
very
everything. Best luck with the new album.
It wasn't boring.
Thank you.
It wasn't boring.
That's
Thanks very
brilliant.
much.
It's
Cheers,
excellent.
Niall.
Cheers, lads.
Fair play to you.